Good afternoon YouTube and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we are in Wales and Andy, the owner of this GT4, has kindly given us the full tour. Now we're sticking to South Wales just because of the time restrictions that we've got. I'm in the E46 M3, Matt is in the Audi TT Quattro Sport, which we'll be reviewing later. But as hopefully you can see today, we've been blessed with some sunshine. We arrived yesterday with the rain, which I'll put some clips over. And it was a little bit of a sketchy experience. But like I say, Andy has also kindly said that he's gonna let me experience a GT4. So super excited, stay with us on this video and I hope you enjoy. So good morning YouTube and welcome back to the channel and Project E46 M3, where today we're not actually doing any tinkering to the car, well at least I hope not, on where we're going. So we're off to go and see our friend Andy in South Wales. Matt has wanted to do a road driving trip for ages. We never seem to get one in the diary for Wales. We're going on and on and on about it. We put it up on this group, we're on Snickety Gearbox, and Andy said, look, come and stay at mine for a couple of days. I'll show you some of the local roads. So we're just about to go and fill the car up now. Like, petrol has come down a little bit. I haven't washed it for those that are going to spot it in the video. We've had an absolute awful dry spell in terms of weather because it has been so hot. There's been talk of hose pipe bans going on here in the UK, but an absolute downpour came last night and will be over the next couple of days, so it seemed pointless washing it to be in the Welsh back roads. But we'll go and get some petrol, go to Matt's and then head to Wales. Right, so clutch down, neutral. Oh.
Such a good start up, isn't it?
Man,
it's warm. Don't be scared to drop into second and take it up.
Yeah.
You know, 7,000, 8,000, whatever, mate.
I'm not going to go mad today. It's just.
No.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it.
Hello, Mr. Eder. Yes, your over rev has been.
Man, it feels. Honestly, just sitting here, it feels so special with the way the.
To wipe down the Alcantara.
Yeah.
You're all right. Like,
I'll survive.
it's all right.
Lovely throttle response as well.
I just say,
Popper car, innit?
you probably think first off the brakes are shit. Don't be scared to put some heating to press on them, okay, mate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, guys and girls, what a place to be. I mean, okay, initial impressions, you are in it. You feel really in it. Straight away from the E46, there's just so much beauty everywhere you look. And obviously, I've not driven anything like this before, so you're not going to get a Chris Harris review, or it's just going to be someone who's genuinely loves cars, come from, like I say, if you follow the channel, the E46, the E92, but wow, just let's go. So it hasn't got a lift on this car, so you've got to be a little bit careful. We've got some country roads here as we join back on to these Welsh switchbacks, so we're not going to be going mad, especially through this bit. Like I say, like the 1M video I reviewed, I appreciate that people give me the opportunity to drive their pride and joy, so I take care of it as best as I can. So we're not going to be, like I say, driving it like I would the E46. If you saw in the intro that hill climb bit, so initial impressions on the road, it doesn't feel big at all. It feels like a good size for the road. The clutch is heavier than I'd say. I wouldn't want to do a lot of time in traffic in it, but it's lovely. Brake feel, not very aggressive at all. All right, let's, bump. God. Do you know what, owning modified car, this isn't even modified. That's the worst part about it. Oh, it makes my bum hole go every time. Man, you can hear that engine behind you. Like, gear change is lovely, really direct. I can't wait to get it through some gears singing. So we've got a red line. I mean, it looks like it's about 7,800. Obviously not GT3 RS at that 9,000 territory, but being behind Andy today in the E46, what a noise, what a noise. I genuinely hope this comes out as a good review. I don't want to just be, I'm so like speechless and feel so privileged that Andy's let me drive it that I might stall it at a junction or something. Would be embarrassing, wouldn't it? But like, it's easy to drive. Like, I generally, like, round town, it doesn't feel a difficult car to drive. I tell you what it does remind me of noise wise, and I haven't driven a lot of those either. Many years ago, was the Clio V6 with the V6 motor behind you. It sounds like that. You can hear all the mechanics behind you, obviously because the engine is behind us. But it's a very different feeling, whereas in the E46 or the cars I own where the engine's in the front, it's very, very, you just hear exhaust and intake noise, but you can hear the mechanics of this engine behind your ears. So dash, obviously we've got this monstrous rev counter in front of us. Where else would you want that to be? Like, so I could lie to you all and say I'm a driving god, but we've got the auto blip on, so it's going to rev match for me. It's going to sound good in the videos, but yeah, I've got to, like I say, I don't need to be focusing on doing anything else. We're not setting lap times today. So for those that don't know, when you drop down a gear, it will rev match for you. Like there, I don't know whether you could hear, it gives you a little blip. Probably be more noticeable when we're on these back roads in a second. Oh. Wow. Instantly, just geared, but oh, the noise. Wow, the way it hugs the road, that is another level compared to my car. And a bit of traffic. So now if I clutch down, that did the blip for me. It sounds superb. So a progression through the revs, just to about 7,000. It does feel tall geared, especially because in the E46 I've got the short ratio diff, but the power to weight, oh man, I need to get this on some flowing roads. We're not doing it justice here yet. It just feels so special to be in, so special. Especially when you look in the mirror, you can see the little spoiler there. You've got the nice hump coming off the rear arches. Just, oh man, this Wales trip. Thank you, Andy, for letting us stay and for taking out your pride and joy. It is, it's planting a bad seed for me, a very bad seed. But we're going to get on some twisty roads in a minute. Let's see what it's about. I'll tell you what, these seats, they are the business. Not only do they look incredible, but just to sit in, wow. What a bit of kit. Porsche know how to make a car. That doesn't come as a surprise, does it? But the last Porsche I drove was Matt's black Cayman S edition, and that was a lovely bit of kit, but this is just a level above it. So brakes, Andy did say to me, you need to apply pressure to them. They're not over assisted like what you get with the Audis or like what I've got even in the BMWs, but they do work when you push on them. They really do. Following Andy, I've got no doubt in the braking ability. So again, 2,500 RPM. Listen to that noise. Oh, Jesus. Woo. What a special car. And like I say, in the dash, you've got a really nice setup because you've got that big rev counter in the middle, speedo on the left, you've got all your live data on the right, and you can also have that, so you've got the sat nav on there. And like I say, I'm sure you've all seen the release of the new GT3 RS. What a monster. But realistically, when you're on roads like this, do you need all that? Like, the size of this is nice. It is the perfect little compact package for vast road driving. Like I say, following Andy today, on these Cup 2s and yesterday, it just looks so planted on the road. Now for the driving purist, Andy has advised, because it wasn't something I was aware of till today, because I'm familiar with Porsche's PDK, you can actually only spec this car in a manual, so the true snickety gearbox purist will own one of these, especially now as times are changing where everything is going auto. When a manual is this good, it's worth being a manual. Most sound really good at that. Right, on some roads. Whoa! Crikey! Roads I don't know as well, I shall add. What a car! Man! Sheep everywhere as well. It just glued to the road. And what's nice is we're here in Wales today, and these aren't like when you go into Europe and they're glass smooth roads, and it just absorbs it. Yes, it's firm, yes, I know what's going on underneath me, but it's not compromised and it doesn't feel crashy, especially with the monstrous Cup 2s that we've got on here. Come into a corner nicely on the brakes. Oh, what a sound. Oh, I want one. I want one so bad. Oh. So I hope you enjoyed our little road trip in Wales. Like I say, a day of rain, a day of dry, and Andy kindly let me have a go in a GT4, an experience that I'm sure will live with me forever. It's just incredible. So as always guys, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you give the channel a like and subscribe. It does really help me grow the channel. And also we've got plenty more road trips planned, and we've got Matt's TT, which you've probably seen in the clips to review later on this year. Until next time, thanks for watching.